Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with day 8 of Fate Reforged spoilers. We got a ton of stuff coming in Monday as usual. Bunch of stuff from the mothership. Let's start with Arc Bond. 3 for an instant. Choose a creature. Whenever the creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player. I really like this card. It looks great visually. It also, I think, is pretty good for formats like Commander. I'm not quite sure if it's powerful enough as a Wrath, given that you have to hold the mana open for it, and for aggressive decks, I don't know if it's something that they would want this way. But that being said, I think it's a fairly flexible removal as things go. It's definitely going to be a fun card in Limited, being able to throw it on your creatures and kind of playing around with if you have more toughness versus more power. I think it'll be interesting to see how damage can be messed around with. It's definitely, I think, a functional card for limiting Commander. I don't think it's quite there for Constructed. Tassigor the Golden Fang, 6 for a 4/5 with Delve, Legendary Human Shaman, 2/2 hybrid. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard, and then return a non-land card of an opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. This looks like it's built for Commander. I think this card would go very well with Sultai focused decks. And I think that I don't like that it gives your opponent the choice. That makes it very poor as a mechanic goes, because usually your opponent's not going to give you what you want, and it's a fairly expensive hybrid cost mechanic. But for Commander, slower format, definitely more political shenanigans going on, it's definitely going to be a highlight there. Warden of the First Tree, Mythic for a 1 for a 1/1. What? 2 for a human that becomes a human warrior with a 3/3. Wow. Okay. 4. It's a warrior. If it's a warrior, it becomes a human spirit warrior with trample and lifelink. So it becomes 4 mana to turn to a 3/3 lifelink trample, and then 6 mana if it's a spirit. Put 5/1 counters on it. All right. What makes this card I think so cool is that it's basically Figure of Destiny as a green variant. And while yes, it requires more 2 to 3 color focus instead of 1 to 2 color focus. That I think is not going to be a big problem with fetches and such in Standard. This card I think has a lot of potential for Constructed. I think it would have been for Modern even, but it's going to take you so long to get out of removal range that it's kind of, I think it's too slow. Standard, it's definitely powerful. I just don't know if this is going to be a card that's going to be either a huge powerhouse or it's going to be nothing. In Limited, of course, it's great just because it scales, and in Limited, that's fabulous. Being able to turn to a 3/3, and then whenever point in the game you have the extra mana, boom, you dump it in. The reason it's Mythic, I think, is also that these mechanics, you can do it on your opponent's turn. That's what it seems like to me, at least. These activated abilities do not require it being sorcery speed. That's really big. I like it a lot. Very neat Mythic. Wild Slash is 1 for an instant. If you have Ferocious, then damage can't be prevented, and deals 2 damage to a creature player. So it's a shock that if you have Ferocious, can't be prevented. I think that's fine. Solid, great. It's going to be decent and limited. Maybe even a card for Constructed. Certain kind of decks I think would like it. Wardscale Dragon. Oh, this we get a Dragon Cycle. That's uncommon. Holy cow. Wardscale Dragon, 6 for a 4/4 flying. Whenever it's attacking, depending player can't cast spells. In other words, they can't react to your attacks, and it's your opponent who can't, so you can do stuff still. I like it. I think it's a solid limited card. None of these cards can be really Constructed, but this one and all of them are pretty decent limited fodder. Mindscour Dragon, 6 for 4/4 flying. Whenever it does combat damage, they mill 4. This is okay in limited. I think it's obviously worse than Wardscale, but it can mean something if your opponent's down to 10, 11, 12 cards in draft. Then this card could definitely work. Noxious Dragon is 6 for a 4/4 flying. Whenever it dies, destroy a creature with mana cost 3 or less. I think this is good. Again, not great, because by mid-game, the main things you want to be killing are bigger, and it's okay. It's okay. Shockmore Dragon deals combat damage, deals 1 damage to each creature that player controls. This also kind of requires token theme going on. I don't know if it's quite there. Destructor Dragon, it looks the best, and I think is the best. It destroys target non-creature permanent when it dies. It's a question between Wardscale and Destructor, in my opinion, for the best ones. They're all solid limited cards, which is what we can expect at Uncommon. Great. Lightning Shrieker from Marrow, 5 for a 5/5 common, flying, trample, haste. At the beginning of end step, you shuffle into your library. It's okay. It's okay. It's basically activating Dragon Tribal. It is preventing milling from killing people, which is something that could happen. And it's a worse, technically, Lava Axe, I guess, in many ways. It's okay. The art's really sweet, though. Fruit of the First Tree, 4 for an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature dies, you gain X life, draw X cards, X is toughness. Solid limited card. This is kind of the card you want to put on your earlier bodies. Your opponent blocks it, boom, blocks it, or when they attack you, let your creature die, you gain life, draw cards. I think it's fine. These kind of one-shot auras that are fairly expensive make me nervous, even in limited, but I think this could get there in limited. Otherwise, it's not going anywhere. Limited's where it's for. Then we got 4 multicolor commons. We got Warflare, gives 2+1 and untap the creatures for 4. Decent card, great art, basically limited combat trick. Harsh Sustenance, same thing. This is deals 3 damage to our creature or player, and you gain X life, X number of creatures you control. If there's any sort of token theme going on, this card will be pretty solid and limited. Grim Contest, choose target creature you control and target creature opponent controls. Each of those creatures deals damage equal to toughness. It's a pseudo fight card. It's instant speed. That's really the main thing to it. That's pretty much all there is to it. And Cutting Strike is Electrolyze on steroids, as other people have noted. It's pretty much just Electrolyze, add 2 mana, and add an additional, deals 2 damage to our creature and 2 damage to target player, and then draw a card. Okay, it's a little expensive though. And last up for the night, we have Whisper of the Wild. Yes, our mana dork is here. 2 for a 0/2 tap. Add a green to your mana pool. Ferocious. Add 2 to your mana pool. So this card, yes, it's not Sylvan Caryatid, but I think in the right kind of decks, especially mono green aggro or mono green devotion, this card can go pretty bananas as the mana dorks go. I think that's very easy to get a Ferocious, and it in and of itself lets you ramp. 0/2 is not horrible. Definitely a token blocker. I kind of wish I had 1 power, but there you go. So what do you guys think about these cards? We got tons tonight. Love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, realize that we hit 10,000 subscribers, and yes, it is in my mind. I am putting together a 10,000 subscriber giveaway because I love you guys and appreciate all you're bringing to the channel. So if you enjoyed the video, tap the like button if you're new to the channel. Check in and subscribe. As always, Roxapox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.